Hello, viewers. Welcome to another episode of our What's Your Career video series, brought to you by Link Your Purpose. My name is Octavia Da Costa, a first-year student at the Excelsior Community College and mentee with Link Your Purpose, and the guest host for today's episode. With us today, we have Miss Avinash Evans, working in the field of marketing at the Montego Bay Community College. Hello, Miss Evans. Thank you for accepting the invitation to sit with me today.
Hello, my pleasure. I'm so excited to be here today speaking to you.
Okay, so tell me, what's your career and what does it entail?
Well, what does my career entails? A lot of things. That's the first thing I should say. Well, I am the marketing and public relations officer at the Montego Bay Community College.
Yes.
Here, I do a variety of things. I plan the marketing activities for the college. I also engage in public relations activities, media relations.
Yes.
I also oversee the development of marketing copy for the college. And I also send out invoices, send out memos. And not only that, I also have a great relationship with the students and share the brand MBCC to our stakeholders. So that in a nutshell is what I do.
Okay. What are the qualities that you need to have to be suited for this career?
Well, you must have a lot of soft skills. Soft skills such as you should be able to know basic design, photography skills. That is very important in marketing because you'll be developing your marketing copy. You also need an understanding of public relations. You also need to know how to speak to the media, how to present yourself. And
that's important.
Exactly, it's very important. And, having an understanding of public relations, developing marketing copy, and knowing persons and getting to know them and integrating that knowledge into your day-to-day activities. Marketing is an area that is full of opportunities. And once you're able to tap into those opportunities, I believe that persons can flourish in this field.
Right.
So just your basic skills, graphics, photography skills, super important, and also your public relations skills.
So what are the steps do I need to really take to become or be a part of this career path?
Well, first you need a first degree. You can either study a bachelor's degree in marketing, or you can study a bachelor's degree in communication studies. If you are intending to work in the private sector, it is better, I would say, in my opinion, if you get a bachelor's degree in marketing. If you want to work in government, it is best, in my opinion, to get a bachelor's in communication studies, because that would prepare you to take on your role as a marketing officer. And in working in government, it is very important for you to understand communication and journalism and writing. Those are very important skills.
Analyzing as well.
Right. And, in marketing, we do a lot of research. That's super important. Mm-hmm. So I urge high schoolers to pay attention and, college students to pay attention in your research class, because you have to do your market research. You have to learn how to analyze the data and put it together in a report so that persons can understand. And once you do that, once you follow those steps, you'll become an effective marketing officer. And also, it is very important that even after you have gained your bachelor's degree, get additional certificates. get additional certificates in marketing. You have different entities that are offering certificates in digital marketing. For example, here at MBCC, we have a digital marketing course that's going on in February. You can check out LinkedIn. There's so many avenues for you to gain additional certification, additional knowledge of the industry. And just having an open mind and using your resources. Google is
your creativity as well.
right.
It's marketing, so creativity is involved. A question I really wanted to ask, because I know you mentioned having a bachelor's degree if you really want to work in government organizations. Is it that maybe a master's might not be so well, or for the person, is it advisable to really get a bachelor's degree and then move straight into masters, or it's maybe would be best if you maybe get some experience or gain some experience before doing the masters?
I believe getting some amount of experience is very important before doing your master's. I would say if you intend to become a manager, like a marketing manager,
Yes.
definitely do your master's degree after about 2 years of work experience. Get your master's degree then because what your goal would be is to move up the ladder.
Yeah.
And having that master's degree would be an asset, right?
That's true.
If I would not suggest to move straight from the bachelor's to the master's, because you will not be able to get that valuable work experience that is very important in the marketing field.
Yes, and for your resume as well.
Right. You need to be able to create a portfolio for yourself. And your portfolio will entail all the work that you have done. So when you go into an interview, you can easily pull out your portfolio, or if you decide to have a digital portfolio, you can simply present that in the interview, so that you sell yourself more. You seem more valid. You seem more experienced, and that is what employees want. They want the experience. They want to know that when you step into this role, you can execute and you can do your job.
Yes, and represent their company as well, and just make a difference in the whole business sector, marketing sector. So, maybe there are some universities don't have the same amount of years. So, based on your experience, how many years did it take you to really get a bachelor's degree?
Right. I studied at the Northern Caribbean University. I did a 4-year Bachelor's of Arts degree in Communication Studies. For my role, it requires me to have a Communication Studies degree, because not only will I be doing marketing, I'm also in charge of public relations here at the college. And I do some amount of communication also. So I am the one that communicates with the students. I'm one of the main persons. I communicate with the students and also with the staff. I have the authority to send out memos, authority to send out notices to the students and also to staff members. So it's very important, if you do decide to step into a government institution, that you have that foundation, that communication foundation, to really execute your roles well.
Yes, that's important. Are you able to give me or tell the viewers what tuition look like based on your experience?
Well, it will change now.
It varies, yes, and each year it change, but based on your experience at NCU, Northern Caribbean University.
Mm-hmm. Well, my experience, my basic tuition was a little over $200,000 at the time. That was per semester. this was some time ago, so it will change. I'm estimating that it will change.
Yes.
But that was my basic tuition, factoring food, and at the time I used to board, so
Yes.
factoring those costs would bring me to about $300,000 per semester.
Wow.
But I would encourage marketing students to apply for scholarships. Do not count yourself out of any scholarships you see around. I remember most of my tuition, it was funded through scholarships.
And that's an important thing that you touched on, because the next thing I was about to ask you, if you know about any scholarships that are available now that persons who are interested in marketing and being a part of the business world and sector can hop onto.
Well, I don't know of a specific scholarship, however, that caters to marketing, I should say.
Yes.
But I know general scholarships. I know the NCD Foundation, they have a scholarship. I know for Hanover residents, the Hanover Charities always provide tertiary students with scholarships each year.
That's nice.
And if my memory serves right, JMMB has a scholarship. So there are different entities that give scholarships every year, and most institutions give an entrance scholarship or some amount of scholarships. But I would say, ask your scholarship center at the college or university that you go to.
Yes.
Ask, are there any scholarships available, and apply. Do not count yourself out of these scholarships.
That is true. That's important.
You don't know unless you try. You try and you apply.
Yes.
And don't say to yourself that my GPA doesn't look good. I can't
Right.
I can't
It's an attempt, because many a times. Many a times students just have the perception that maybe not, because my GPA is not so good or my grades weren't so good, and I'm not going to get it, because what the banks are looking for, whoever is giving the scholarship, maybe A minus, B the least. And I mean, they don't try, and that's important. So you have to just apply, and I mean, you will know after you try.
Exactly. And I totally agree with that.
Yes. So are you able to tell me some of the benefits that come with your career?
Well, the benefits that come with my career, typically in the marketing field, if you work in private sector, you are definitely well compensated.
True.
The benefits that come with my field is that entails the getting to know persons, building media relation, building contacts. I am able to speak to right media relationship. I'm able to speak to a personnel from TVJ, a personnel from Jamaica Observer, Jamaica Gleaner. I remember last year at our graduation, we were able to have the Jamaica Observer nationwide, the Gleaner at our graduation ceremony. 3 different media houses covering that one event, and
that's interesting.
Right, because you're in the field, you naturally develop those contacts and develop those relationships where you are able to call them and say, I have an event here. We would like for you to cover this event. And they come and they interview the speaker there, and they interview prominent persons that come to your event. So it is an opportunity for you to develop contacts and develop relationships, and these relationships take you throughout your career. So if you decide to move on to somewhere else, you will still have that contact at a particular media house. You still have that contact within a particular business because you have gotten that opportunity to build that relationship. So that is one of the major benefits um, as a marketing officer here.
Yes, and I mean, other opportunities can even be given because the more you build marketing relationships, I mean, there are a lot of connections within the business sector
Right.
that you can
Right.
appeal. Right,
Right.
exactly.
And links is what your network is your net worth. That's a very important.
Yes.
I learned that in college, and once you understand who you know, is what defines your success in your career changes your whole
And how
perspective.
far you go. Yeah,
Right.
that's true.
And you aggressively try to network. Once you understand that, you aggressively go at networking. And I believe that every marketing student should be able to get into that zone where if you go to an event, if you go to a seminar, you get a contact for the guest speaker, you introduce yourself, you
Yes.
introduce who you
And
are. Don't be on time. Go ahead.
I was just saying that interaction is really key. And
Right.
a question I really wanted to ask, because a lot of times persons say follow your passion. Suppose a person is not passionate about the business field, but I mean they like creativity and that's what brought them into marketing. But in terms of the interaction and all of that comes with it, all that comes with engaging, they're not with that. Would you advise a person who is not passionate about marketing to not be in marketing? Do you think that phrase is really something that person should really follow or no?
I think that is interesting, but what I would say, your passion is important. And, once you have a passion for something, it no longer becomes work. You no longer think that it is burdensome. When you feel like you're under pressure, you just see it as a challenge to like get over that particular bump in the road.
When you
And
love when you love
right, because you love it.
you don't feel like you're working.
I feel like if I come to work and I don't feel like I'm working, I feel like
Yes, you
I
love it and
just
it's
have many tasks I need to check off every day because I have a passion for the industry, I have a passion
yes.
for my job. So I believe that, your passion is important. But if you find that you're in the marketing field and you like some aspects of it and you don't like other aspects of it, I believe that, work on the areas that you don't feel so confident in. Work on these areas because once you feel confident in that area, suddenly, it feels as if you are not, you're so comfortable in your space, comfortable in what you do, that it no longer feels work. A lot of times we develop passion. Sometimes it isn't,
After trying, you just develop passion because you find that when you were going to university or before you even start doing the course or the degree, you realize you didn't know that there was a part there, an unknown part, and it's known to you now, and that's where your love lies. That's where your drive is to really get up every day and do what you love and feel and don't feel like you're working, but you're actually working.
Exactly, exactly. Sometimes we have to try out new things in order to tap into what we're destined for. And when you're in college, when you're in university, join different clubs, go in different circles, because this will enable you to open your mind to different experiences. And once your mind is open to different experiences, you are able to find passion in things
Right.
that before you're thinking, I don't like this, but because you experienced it, you're
And had
able
an
to
open mind.
confidently say that I love this now. It's
Right.
like tasting a food. You don't know what the food tastes like. You see the food on the in the restaurant and you said, boy, oh, that food looks so, and you order the food and you taste it and you say, wow,
Right.
amazing. It's something like that. Take that approach to learning, take that approach to marketing. It's something new, something great, and just tap into it and go for it.
Yes, so for all our viewers, high school students, be open-minded, right?
Right.
And so what I wanted to ask you, Miss Evans, is what are some of the subjects in high school that students must do to matriculate into college to be a part of this career path?
Right. Definitely, you need to pay attention to your English courses. English language is very important. Ensure that you get a one. It's one in CXC for that subject. Very
Yes.
important. Ensure that you pass math. I would suggest that you do English literature. That's very important.
The analyzing in that, the
Right.
analyzing in stories,
Right.
into some parts of your brain.
Right. I believe theater arts. If your school offers theater arts, it's very important because theater, what it does is to develop your speech, develop your confidence. Very important in marketing. You need to be able to boldly do what you have to do,
Yes.
stand your ground, and be sure of yourself. And doing theater arts in high school changed that for me.
Yes.
I had a very good theater arts teacher, and I'm so grateful for that experience. Going into university, it's also theater arts also, helps to boost your confidence
and self-esteem. It allows you to be yourself. I mean, I didn't join the drama club, but I really know that because I had theater arts class when I was going to high school, and I mean, it allows you to just be yourself and be free. So
Right.
that's something person should look at. What about principles of business, principles of accounts? No?
I would say that accounts isn't necessary for marketing. Because you are not necessarily interacting with numbers on a daily basis. I would say principles of business is something to have, but it is not necessary. English is the most important subject.
Okay. Okay, no problem. All right. So, Miss Evans, what do you love the most about your job? That's something I wanted to ask.
What I love the most about my job, I love the fact that I come to work every day and I feel as if, this is just, I'm on a holiday with a lot of work to do, but I'm getting it done because, I enjoy what I do. I feel as if it's my calling. But, one of the core things I really love about my job is the ability to network. That's very important. Network carries you through life. And I feel that is something that every person should take seriously. Network.
Yes.
Even if you're not in marketing, still network.
Yes, that's true. That's true. And build links. Right. So what's the most challenging part about your job? I know that might be there isn't, because you really love this and you're passionate about it. But sometimes it might be a little challenge. So what's the most challenging part about your career path?
Well, the most, to be honest, I believe that I have a lot of things I need to get done, and I'm just one person, and I really want to get all of these
Yes.
tasks done. But I am just trying to work through them. But sometimes it gets challenging because I want to get them done right now. Gets off my to-do list, but things take time.
Yes.
And understanding patience, patience in the process, patience when doing things, because it's very important that we do things and do things well. That's key. You don't want to rush anything, and then it's not done well, and you have to do it over. So, learning patience has been one of my challenges.
Okay. So viewers, tap into that and learn patience. right? So maybe I think I would get a 10, but let's see. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, of course, how much would you recommend this career in the field of
At 10, at 10, because it has so much opportunity. There's so much opportunity in marketing. Um, you are you're able to do so much in this field, and it is so easy for you to cross over from marketing to public relations to communications to journalism, and you can go into social media management because it pulls on so many skills. And once you're able to master these different tiny skills, social media management, photography, graphic design, you're able to hone in on a particular skill. And if you do decide, you can change your career from a marketing officer to a graphic designer. If you feel like you can go into communications fully and become a communications officer. If you feel like going into public relations, you can easily go become a public relations officer. So the industry is dynamic, and that is the fun thing about marketing.
Yes, there's a lot of variety. So, are there any books that I can read to maybe gain more knowledge about this career path, public relations?
YouTube, YouTube, YouTube is your book. YouTube is what you need. All that you need and should be your best friend. It is so easy to get knowledge nowadays that a particular book could be found in a video.
Yes.
That's the greatest thing. In a video format, you could go on YouTube and you could watch a video in 5-10 minutes, and you can gain so much knowledge. So make YouTube your best friend. Yeah.
Okay. So, Miss Evans, as we come to the end, I'm asking you if you have any advice for students and viewers who are watching right now who would like to pursue this similar career path.
Well, my advice to you is, you will not have it all figured out in the beginning. You will not be the master of, your career in the beginning, but everything takes time, and, be patient. Be patient in your process. Be patient in everything that you do. And, one day you will get up one morning and realize that you are an expert. You are the best marketer there is. Once you understand that, then, you will be on your path to greatness.
Okay, that is really important. And so for our viewers that are watching, high school students, really take into consideration that if you want to be a part of this marketing field, you must have patience and don't limit yourselves. And if there are scholarships out there that you see, just hop onto it, right? Because their opportunity awaits. And that is the end of another exciting episode. Thank you, Miss Avinash Evans, for sitting with us. It has indeed been a pleasure. Special thanks to our viewers for sticking with us, and we hope you find this episode to be informative and satisfying. In case you have more questions, remember that you can visit our website at www.linkyourpurpose.com and talk with a professional in your area. Also, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook at Link Your Purpose. Please join us again next time for another episode of our What's Your Career video series with Link Your Purpose.